Jaden Daniels, that skinny guy, Jaden Daniels, he can't throw the ball across the middle. He has no velocity, and his deep ball is average at best. Jaden Daniels, the fifth-year senior that had one good year and played at Arizona. Stop it. Drake May? Have you seen his footwork? Drake May? Or should I say Mitch Trubisky 2.0? Drake May? It's all hype, man. J.J. McCarthy? At 2 overall? What the f? YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Dez A1. Please say the A1. Coming at you from the Big Dub Network, where we strive for the W's and we learn from our L's. I hope you enjoyed that intro there. And today, people, we are talking about 3 quarterback prospects. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. We're talking about 3 quarterback prospects that we potentially could be led by into the future, into our bright future in Washington. I love what we're doing in free agency. We're pretty much putting somebody in every spot that we need. The line, the tackle position is questionable right now, at best. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know what our plan is. But I have faith that something will get done that we'll be somewhat satisfied with, and we'll go into the future. Maybe it's still be in a position of need, but we'll patch it up for this year, at least for one of these guys. Which one do you prefer? Let me know down below. Try to keep it respectful, because I know something about this fan base here. They're passionate about who they want at 2. Passionate. Now with Sam being out of the building, which I'm 150% cool with Sam Howell being out of the building, thanks for the upgrade in the draft picks. Thank you. I wish you the best. But yes, with Sam being out of the building, we are taking a quarterback at 2. But let me start with my least favorite prospect at this point for us at quarterback right now, especially sitting at 2, J.J. McCarthy. I don't know why this is a thing, but I don't really think that it's a thing. JJ at 2, it's not going to happen. It shouldn't happen. It won't happen. It's just not a lot on tape. There's going to be an NFL mind that convinces a group of people, whether it's the head coach, whether it's an offensive coordinator, whether it's a GM. It's going to be somebody in the NFL that convinces a group of people that there's more to JJ than the tape shows, just based off him playing in Michigan and the scheme that they played under. It's going to be an NFL mind that wants JJ in the building and thinks that he can lead the team, which I don't doubt at all. But at 2 overall, I think Drake May's a project, and what's beyond a project, I feel like JJ McCarthy is. If Drake's a project, then JJ's like several assignments, because we just don't know. We just do not know. So that's why I got the what WTF? Like what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? My second favorite prospect, Drake May. Going into this offseason, when we realized we did have the 2nd overall pick, I told myself, well, we're going to draft Drake May. So this is like at the end of the season, early January, I guess. We're drafting Drake May, and might as well go look up on him a little bit, watch some tape, read up on him a little bit, and go from there, because he's the future of the Washington Commanders. Just saw a lot of inconsistency on the tape. The tape doesn't match up with the measurables. You want him to be so much better than he actually is. A lot of people blame his offensive line. A lot of people blame the talent that was surrounding him. I really don't look at it like that, because if he's as good as advertised, then at least bring that level of talent up a little bit more. And he just didn't have the ability to do that. I'm not saying I don't like him at all. I do think he has some qualities. He makes some difficult throws, some very difficult throws, but he misses out a lot of the easy stuff. He puts the ball in harm's way. And for everyone that says Jaden Daniels takes too many hits, I've seen Drake May get smacked, get molly-whopped. And whether you're 98 pounds like everybody thinks Jaden is, or whether you're 278 pounds like everybody think Drake May is, you don't want to take those hits in the NFL regardless, because you're going to lay down and you're not going to be able to get up. And that's where the problem's going to come in at. So Drake May is 2 for me. I like Drake May to the point where I feel like if we draft him, I'm not upset. If we draft him, I'm not boycotting. If we draft him, I found some positives in that. Unlike some people that say, Drake May, or if you take Jaden Daniels, he'll be hurt. And when he does, I'll say, ha, 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 I told you so. Don't draft that skinny guy. That skinny guy that can't throw the ball across the middle, that has a pressure to sack rate that is the worst in the NFL. And that's the most transferable stat for the NFL from PFF. So if his sack to pressure rate or pressure to sack rate is so high, then he's going to take several sacks. So let's get into Drake Daniels very briefly. The reason that I'm a big fan of Jaden Daniels is Drake Daniels. So wouldn't that be a creative player? Jaden Daniels is, what he has to work on is not quarterbacking type things. He has technique down pat. His footwork is elite. His processing, his progressions. I'll say his progressions more so than his processing, because he does need to speed up a little bit. He does progress through reads, sometimes too fast, but he does progress through reads, but he needs to speed up where the ball should go and when it should be there. I have no doubt about this young man's arm. I have no doubt about his legs, of course, but his arm is capable of making all the throws. Even more so if he speeds up with his progression and decision making. And he's definitely going to have to do that in the NFL, being that the windows are even tighter. So if you're behind even that millisecond, you're giving that defender a chance to catch up. But some of the placement on some of his deep balls are just undeniable. I saw someone say that if Drake May had those receivers in LSU, he would have won Heisman too. I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it, because some of the placement on some of the balls that Jaden threw, I don't think Drake could throw them as consistently. So Drake misses a few of those versus Jaden falling them in the breadbasket, dropping them in the breadbasket, like consistent. Man, you don't get 40 touchdown passes by mistake. But my favorite part about Jaden Daniels, I have two favorite parts of him, but one of my favorite parts is the fact that he doesn't put the ball at risk. He doesn't have turnover-worthy plays. He protects the ball at all costs. And that's one of the reasons I feel like his pressure to sack rate is so high, because he protects the ball more so than taking a chance. Drake will have two guys wrapped around his waist trying to pull him down, and he'll throw the ball in a triple coverage. It's parts of that I don't like, but it's also parts of that I do like. You're taking chances. And a lot of that comes from the position that your team is in and how you're pressing forward, trying to make a play. Jaden's going to have to get out of that and to the point where he's trying to make more plays versus living for the next down. But it's never a bad thing when you live to play another down. But another downside about that is a large percentage of drives in the NFL lead to that have a sack has taken place lead to punts. I don't have any numbers for this video, any stats, anything like that, but I just know it's a large percentage of drives that leads to punts that a sack has taken place. So he'll have to work through that. He'll have to keep his head downfield once he's moving around the pocket. He does maneuver around the pocket. Beautiful. And if you look at his highlights, a lot of his highlights, he's just standing there in the pocket waiting to hit a go route, a slot fade to one of his top receivers. But if you're watching like each pass throughout a game, if you're watching tape that consists of different passes, there's a lot of plays where he has to maneuver throughout the pocket. He has to get out of the pocket, either roll out, roll left, or roll right. And a lot of times He's rolling to run, so just practicing with the coaches will get him in. Whatever coach that gets him in, whether we draft him another team, they'll get him in, have him keep his eyes downfield, continue to look for that receiver downfield, look for those big plays, especially when you break in the pocket. It's just like the NBA. That offensive rebound leads to a three-pointer so many times. So that roll out of the pocket, that escape from the pocket leads to big plays so much, and that's something that he will have to take advantage of more so in the NFL than he was able to do so in college. So I am Dez A1 of the Big Dub Network. Like I said, it's short and sweet, man. I like all three of these prospects except J.J. McCarthy at 2. I don't want to trade back to get J.J. McCarthy. I don't want to trade with the Vikings. Stop calling. I don't want any parts of J.J. McCarthy. I don't know why we're considering J.J. McCarthy if we are, but maybe he'll work out for whatever team he's drafted to. I don't know. It's just not a lot there. With Drake May, he looks the part. There's still some messy parts of his game. So not a lot that I don't think can be, fixed, but a lot of this is engraved into who he is at this point. The feet are just The feet are just But if he's able to work on that, he's able to be more consistent with ball placement and things of that nature. Drake will be fine as well. And Jaden, he's just explosive, man. Big plays downfield. Cliff gonna love this guy. Dan Quinn's gonna love this guy. Dan could potentially get his guy that ride. He rides off into the sunset with. I just think if we draft Jaden Daniels, we're gonna be explosive from day one. Not to say we're gonna go win the division, go win double-digit games. I feel like we can be competitive. We can never be counted out on the offensive side of the ball based off us having an explosive playmaking game changer at the quarterback position. That's how I see it. RG3 2.0, I don't really see it like that. But just got a lot of faith that Jaden can help us turn this thing around. Also Drake, but Jaden day one, I feel like, we're turning it around right then and there, moving on into the future. So, like I said, I'm Dez A1. Please hit A1. Like, subscribe, comment, do all those beautiful things. And until next time.